You're live.
Right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles, great millstone that do well, peace and blessings to the elect, right? We are the Hebrew Israelites coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom, right? So let me get Revelation 13. Yeah, Revelation 13.
See Adam. Adam. He's watching coming up in the van. Yeah,
Revelation 13. Start from 15. Because as the airline, I'm a one back. He says it's nothing personal. Which is nothing personal, I guarantee you, Adam, but the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Understand? It's not a philosophy or some way you think about it. It's the RFID microchip, which so-called white man going on push on a major scale hopefully next year. That is the mark of the beast. Mark of the beast is not a philosophy. It could never be a philosophy. If that was the case, all of we would have had was in some philosophy, one way or the other, before we came into the truth. So all of us would have had to be put to death pursuant to Revelation 14, 9 and 10.
Hey, well that was not one read. It's like Revelation chapter 14 verse 9. But the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So, hey, if it was a spiritual mark in your forehead and in your hand, that don't make sense. It says, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Right. So, hey, we would have fallen into that condemnation because we all had a philosophy we was into. We all had a philosophy we was into before we came into the truth. So we would have fallen into that bracket. We would have had to be destroyed. So then the elect would not be saved if that is the case. But to prove it's something that you had to take. The proof is something I had to take. That would be a prophecy for the end times, for the last and the last and the last days, and that is what we're going to read in Revelation 13 verse 15. Because pride, I would say it's pride in this, and there's a while I'm watching it.
Who's that?
Adam Abbott. Is that why I'm watching him?
This is the light?
Yeah.
Talking about them.
This guy reveal back at the business RFID chip. And while I see him, I don't watch videos, I just see him and I gotta see pride on his face from long time. Them fellas on them. But up.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And it reads, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
And that he is the so-called white man and his system. He gave life unto the image of the beast. Alright? That the image of the beast should both speak. And that is what's going on right now. This is the Roman Empire all over again. And that is the image of the beast, the Roman Empire. Alright? Rome coming back in instead of the NATO and the EU. Okay? The beast is not America. The beast could never be America. America is the whore that rideth the beast. The beast is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and the European Union. That's right. That is the beast system. It's a whole system with Edomites who rule it that have power over the whole earth. Alright? And that is what the comeback as Rome. Image, that is the first beast. The first beast was Rome. and America nature and EU came back in that same image, same way they carry about themselves, just like the Roman Empire. But
verse 16 goes on to read, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead.
Right, so hey, as brother Amawanga went into the beautiful, he went into the steak and all of that and showing you, hey, there had to be something chopped inside there. You understand? There had to be something to chop inside your hand. It can't be no philosophy. You understand? When they go into the word mark, he went into all of that. Alright? So when I say he calls it all, he's the so-called white man, going to cause all people on the earth, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, except the elect and other rebels or certain groups who believe in Christ or whatever who might take it. But the majority, the vast majority of people in the system going and take that chip. Because that is what the mark of the beast is. Alright? And this is what we're going to prove it in the next verse. Go ahead.
Verse 17 goes on to read, and that no man might buy or sell.
What buying or selling have to do? What buying and selling have to do with a microchip, with a philosophy? What buying and selling have to do with a philosophy? I said a microchip, but yeah, still out here. What buying and selling have to do with a philosophy? Our philosophy going and prohibit you from buying or selling. Buying and selling have to deal with monetary transactions. Yeah? That's how the world running right now. On a monetary transaction, back then they might have used the barter system, but now we buy and sell through monetary transactions. What the hell of philosophy have to do with buying and selling? That have nothing to do with it.
Yeah. This is 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 6 for Adam Abbott, because the bigger brother.
Right.
The deacon, he said, a motherfucker wasn't it, but it was our next brother, right? He was saying that no Rasta can't come and tell us about the doctrine,
right?
Because he basically unclean. That's an abomination, right? It says, 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 6. Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into condemnation of the devil. So when the guy spoke, the Rasta spoke, he talked about, he first said apostle el letter ha, and then he retracted and said el letter ha, right? So you're denouncing this knowledge when, because there were three brothers that did the initial videos, Deacon brother Abawan Gaba being the first, but this next brother, I think I want to believe he's from Vegas. Sit down. I want to believe. I'm not too sure, right? But he was saying, this is a matter of pride now. Being lifted up, being puffed up, right? It's all well and good, but guess what? You're not my brother if it's speaking the wrong doctrine, right? Because we are brothers. Because what? We are united in the truth, right? And that is not the truth what is speaking, right? So it says, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil, right? Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into a reproach and a snare of the devil. And I said, because he fell into that reproach, or they fall into that reproach, and that snare, because the devil is what? The deceiver, right? So you've been deceived thinking that this is what? That the RFID, the mark of the beast is what? A philosophy or Christianity or embargo. That's madness, right? You're not blameless now because you put it out there, as the brother was saying, you put it out there. And they put it out there so there's some authority and they denounce the true leaders, the hierarchy, because these brothers they're not mindful of who they're coming up against. They're coming up against the men of the Lord, the hierarchy that the Most High set up, right? And hey, the scripture said judgment must begin at the house of Israel first. So hey, they're in danger of being judged unless they repent, right? It's a serious offense. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I probably been shoot around 3 years now. I I watching YouTube videos since I come to YouTube. And I now start to see this brother. So he now come out. And he wants to pride like he know what he says.
I think I was seeing somebody saying that they came up on the comment board that they came up or there's preacher alongside with Zabak.
Yeah, really comment.
You understand? You know, that's the dangers of not having any 100% truth. Yes, you know he's an Israelite. And know you're proud that he's an Israelite, but guess what? It's a condemnation because it's more than that. It's more than just being an Israelite. More than just having that knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now, come on, right? This is Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. For when for the time you go to the teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which give first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and have become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of ink, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercise to order to discern both good and evil.
Yeah.
Huh? So that is it. You have to know both sides. And the mark of the beast is here by the microchip. Understand? And that is strong, apparently that is strong meat. Which that clear in the script, that don't even supposed to be strong meat, that clear as day. Watch. No man might buy or sell except they have a stamp in your hand. And we're in the end times and we see it like things happening where people want taking a microchip in the hand and in the forehead.
That's right.
You see not every minute on the news it have an article popping up with somebody taking this chip, all over. But for some reason, you finding a philosophy out of Revelation 13, 16, 17, and 18. You finding, you reading that and see, hey, no way, it's a philosophy.
Yeah, I find the chip, it's progressive. It's progressive, it's not just stagnant.
Not stagnant.
It's not that we see it in 2007 and now it fall off the map. They keep on getting more and more of a reality as we're going down in time. It's being more prevalent as being the mark of the beast. It's being more prevalent.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, 2 Peter chapter 1, 20 and 21. It says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
Yeah, it's not of any private. Go on, select there. You go ahead, select.
Okay, let's
Go ahead, you go ahead.
Right? 2 Peter 1 verse 20 and 21. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
Yeah, not about private interpretation, and that is what his brother did with Zabak. Because that is a Zabak doctrine actually. Zabak said Mark of the Beast is John 3:16 some years ago. And that is what his brother saying actually. He said the same thing. Mark of the Beast is a philosophy. Christianity or whatever philosophy you're into, put up out there in the world. And then when you come into your house shy, well, you no longer have the Mark of the Beast in your hand to buy and sell.
It says, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake also. They were moved by the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction.
That you're going to bring upon yourself a destruction by denying. Because when they deny the man of the Lord, they deny the Lord. The scripture says, he that heareth you, heareth me. Right? He that heareth me, heareth him that sent me. So they deny the man of the Lord, they deny the Lord. And just like the brother Barra say, the man, the Rasta, the dreadlock one say, Apostle El Lataha, and then he say, no, El Lataha. You understand? So you know he giving him that respect now.
Yeah, the accreditation that he deserves.
Done.
And if I could add to, also denying that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, you also get destruction upon yourself, because You deny the RFI, the chip is the mark of the beast, you will not take that chip.
Yeah.
And the scripture says, whosoever the most high from will find with that in hand, will not destroy them.
You see, because you didn't prepare Israel for you didn't prepare the gate for the day of the Lord. Right? You actually cast a stumbling block or a stumbling stone for them to fall into the trap. That's why it read in 2 Timothy chapter 3. Right? You used to fall into the snare of the devil. Right? Because again, the word devil is deceiver. Right? So you're being deceived by the devil. Right? Being seduced. That is not something for bad, and then it all works into the lack of faith because the Jake with the ras, what he said. So if it is the mark of the beast, if the RFID is the mark of the beast, what will happen any time of famine? So it goes into the faithlessness, right? Because throughout the whole scriptures, right, you had many different times you had famine, and the Most High provided for the men of the Lord. Right? Alright, you got it.
I'll say something testimony when I was the guy wasn't given that respect on the Apostle Taha, right? This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. So,
come on, pull it back again. You did not have more fervency.
chapter 5 verse 17.
Come on.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
Let them be counted worthy of double honor. That's the apostles and elders of GMS. Right? You know that my name started primarily El Taha, then El Apostle Gaba, El Apostle Raka, El Apostle Ariam Lab, right? And the other elders, right? The elders, we know them, right? These men are worthy of double honors because what? They have been on this journey longer than any of us. And the Most High have revealed certain things unto them, right? That they have shared with the nation freely, right? Freely. Their integrity stood from day one till now, right? These men are worthy of double honors. They labored, they sacrificed, right? When they hear some of these stories, some of these testimonies that they give, or the things that they went through, and on the needy hand of wicked so-called Israelite men also, right? And they're still here doing it confidently, right? Go ahead.
Specifically, they who labor in the word and doctrine.
They who labor in the word and doctrine, right? Apostle Taha, it was revealed unto him. The Blue Letter Bible, which they claim to use, but they don't know how to use it, right? They don't know how to use it. They claim to use it. You're using our tools, right? It's the tools for all Israel, right? But you wasn't trained right, right? I should have asked them where the Blue Letter came from. Was the derivative or the concordance or the lexicon? They can't tell you how to manipulate or to maneuver back and forth through a concordance. The physical book, I'm sure they can't, right? Because even within doing that, they get a greater appreciation for the Blue Letter. The Blue Letter is just convenience, right? But when you have to really search it out, and this is what the apostles and the elders was doing for years, searching it out, reading. They're going into the word they use is plethora, a wealth of books they went into. Nature knows the color line, Babylon to Timbuktu, the Russian icons, the 12 tribes, Artacosa book. They have many books that I remember from the early days that the apostles used to go in and break down on that couch, right? They even wrote a book and they broke it down. You understand? But you don't want to give these men double honors, right? Because you're pride, because of your pride. But the Most High said, what? 6 things I hate. The 7th abomination as what? Psalms or
6.
Alright, somebody can get that too. Right? Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 32 verse 7. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Right, so with the elders through the Spirit, in the reincarnation of the apostles and elders of GMS, they're the true church fathers. Right? These men are some of the men that we're reading about from their books. Right? They believe that through the Spirit. Right? And also what? Their work stand. Their work is evident for who they are. Right? Because the scripture talk about if their prophet be, if the Lord send a prophet, he's going to speak to him. Right? And we're seeing that they're fulfilling everything that the prophet's supposed to fulfill. Right? They are the elders, they are the ancients. Right? They're consistent, they don't change. The scripture says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Nate is a double-minded man. Right? Nate is a double-minded man. They have others that the devil, Satan came in into the spirits and corrupted them. Right? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 19, verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to Yahweh in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to Yahweh.
And a pillar thereof to the border of what? To
Yahweh.
Of Yahweh. Right? No, we making our bodies a living sacrifice. Because we are the temple of the Most High.
That's right.
So we cleansing the altar. Right? This work is rededicated the temple.
That's right.
Right? Putting away what the idolatry, the adultery, the vanity, and all forms of evil doing, evil works. Right? And our doctrine is pure and is 100% true. Because we come to say the Lord. Right?
That's the other way saying to us, right? The borders at Egypt, that pillar is and the elephant is standing from way back there. As long as people remember. You know, them is that pillar. A pillar is something that go sit down the ground and stand firm and you are not
Stand firm, yeah. It's sure.
This 2 Ezra chapter 50, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful shall die in their number one. You have something? Right. Yeah. Right? All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? Go ahead.
Jumping on to verse 10.
No. Read it over and read the next verse.
Alright. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 4 and 5.
Read verse 3, Salakia.
Verse 3
And 4.
and 4. Fear not the indignation.
No, the incredulity.
Salakia.
Incredulity. That word means what? Well, that means unbelief. Right? So these men, Abbott, they don't believe. Right? Nathaniel 7 and the IUIC, they don't believe that the mark of the beast is their arm. Is the RFID chip. Right? And they have other groups that are out there that don't believe. HODC or HOI. When they came up and checked the apostles in New York on 34th and 7th, they said what? They were in transition. Yeah. That was what the Cornelius, or that was the RFID chip? That was Cornelius. That was Cornelius, right? But that's the next thing. They don't believe in the 100% truth. Because Cornelius was a what? An Israelite foreigner. A confusion of face. So all that is unbelief. Right? The scripture says, fear not the incredulity of them. Right? Because what? We know what the end of their belief going to bring. It's going to bring what? Their destruction. And those that follow after them into that pit, they're going to bring their destruction also. Right? Because, hey, yeah, because what? What they're not doing is washing their hands of the blood of the saints. Right? They're actually casting a stumbling block or a stumbling stone or a pit they're digging for them and the saints to fall in. Right? But the only ones that are going to fall in is the undesirables, because the two-thirds, they're going to be destroyed because it's predestined for them to be destroyed. But the one-third, they're not going to take heed to that. They're going to take heed to the full truth. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah. Starting back from verse 3. Reading from the top from verse 3. Fear not, right? And this is very clear. Fear not the indignations against thee.
No.
Let not
the incredulity against thee. Oh, imagination.
Right, yeah. Fear not the imagination against thee, nor let the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Verse 4 goes on to say,
they speak against us. They speak against GMS. They speak against the apostles of GMS. But we don't have to worry about that because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is our defender. Vengeance belongs to him. He's our avenger. Right? His word's going to be true and every man going to be a liar. Right? Go ahead.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right? All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's the end of the whole matter. Right? And the next precept?
Add one. You add one there? Add one there. Now, Titus chapter 2, verse 1 says, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. Plain and to the point. Right where we're supposed to speak. Things what would become, so prophesy, what would become sound doctrine. Because what we're saying going on actually be proven that is true. Fake doctrine of a mark of the beast. Fake doctrine of the mark of the beast being a freaking philosophy that going on fade away. Alright, go and fade away. You see the thing of the truth. As times draw near and near to the end, the truth just pick up more and more steam. And everything else just fiddle out. It plays out.
That's right.
The truth does just pick up more and more steam, and everything does just fiddle out and phase out. The mark of the beast, as the brother was saying earlier, brother was saying, that progressive. 2007 when the apostles come on YouTube, they start talking about it, and hey, seeing as time draw near and near to the end, that microchip showing every freaking minute in the media. Not a philosophy, but a microchip, which was said back then. Because that is the truth, that is sound doctrine. Sound doctrine has always been standing up strong. Weak doctrine will fade away and fizzle out.
See, like, Nate was hoping when he said, it's June and there ain't no microchip, it would have fizzled out. But it got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger.
Isaiah 55, verse 10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth the bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my words be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Right, so when the rain falls, you don't see raindrops flying back up into heaven. The rain does fall and remain on the earth. You understand? In that form, it don't fly back up into heaven. You don't see that. So that most I was going to be, it come down from above and it's going to remain here on the earth until it accomplishes what it had accomplished. But
it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
That which he please. And what the Lord please? The Lord please to destroy America. Alright? He pleased to put the so-called white man in captivity under the Israelites. And the Lord pleased to make a microchip be implemented as part of the so-called white man system in these last days. Not a philosophy. A philosophy always been implemented. We had philosophies in 1620. 1620, the so-called white man been giving me philosophies, bro. 1720, 1820, 1920, 1950. We had philosophies. Cashless. That's right. China is a cashless society, basically. So then what else could it be? You see, the thing is, what you have to understand is what the beast is. If you don't understand what the beast is, you can't understand what the mark is.
That's right.
You can't understand what the number, the name is. You can't understand the mark, image, you can't understand the image.
Yeah. Philosophy, how you market, how you chat with people who go in about your philosophy, how you know while they come to buy or sell that hey, this person and your philosophy, because this person looking like. You understand? Market is when you're marketing something, it's to keep track of. And that is the thing about the RFID chip. That mark is to keep track of the people who following after your image. Your image is basically your democracy or your way, you know, that's by yourself.
That's right.
That's why I say just a philosophy is a literal mark.
Somebody could get Psalms 12 and 6. Psalms 12 and 6.
Psalms 12 and 6.
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 6. The words of the Lord our power are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times.
Yeah. Because he tried to confound the words. He tried to go into the word mark and make it sound like it's something that is not. He tried to denounce or downplay the mark. And he used a wrong term. Well, not really a wrong term because the term is in there. I think it's sketching, he said. I think sketching is the wrong term, and the word that there is etching. Right? But the true meaning and the true essence, and even when you go into the root word of it, is what? As the deacon said, what? To what? To pierce, to imprick, to steal, to palisade, to stake, and that's how the RFID chip is being implemented underneath your skin. Right? That's right. You see, because at the end of the day, receiving the mark is an abomination. For more than one reason. One reason is because the Lord said not to receive the mark. Another reason, he also said in Leviticus not to make any cuttings in the flesh. You understand? So it adds up. It's progressive. It's add up. The information is not just loose, as Brother Daniel had to say. You have to connect the dots. If it's a spiritual mark, right? If it's a spiritual mark, how could you not buy or sell if you had a spiritual mark? So no, that would mean that Esau is a spiritual man. Right? But Esau is not a spiritual man, only Jacob is a spiritual man. Right? Esau is a man that is carnal as hell. He was carnal from day one when he took the pottage. When he sold his birthright for what? The pottage of what? Bloody red meat and lentils.
Right? Spiritually that fast.
Can't.
If I may put my next thing by taking the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Alright? Next thing you're doing, you're basically taking away the sovereignty of the Most High to rule over you. By taking the mark of the beast now, it basically is, you are saying that the so-called white man or the Edomites is your God. You look towards them for everything, to buy, to sell, to sustain your life. By taking the sovereignty of the Most High to rule over you.
You agree? As a matter of fact, that what Revelation 14:9 said. We read it earlier on. He that worship the beast and his image. And when you even go into the root meaning of the word image, it means somewhat yield. You agree that hey, FRNs is wealth. Paper money is wealth. For now, that's what they agree with. But then when he changes it across, when he shuts it down, squash all his debts, as a deceitful liar that he is, because that's his plan. Just shut down the old. Hey, the bankers go and cause the economic crash and bring a new thing on the table. How was you see? Hey, it's all well and good. All they exchanging Russia and China. All they doing trade with all their own money. Iran and Turkey, they all trading with all their own money. Venezuela trading with the euro. Hey, forget all that. Because the scripture says he caused it all. He's gonna exercise that right. He's gonna try to exercise that power over or tyranny over the whole world. Right? He caused it all. Somebody get Revelation 13 verse 6. Sorry, 13 verse 9. Shop 9 go down.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
9 or 16? No, start at 16.
Verse 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
He caused it all, small, great. You have great nations. We have rich people. You know, people in the upper class. You have upper class, middle class, and lower class. But right now they're fizzling out that middle class, right? And they're just gonna have rich and poor, right? He calls it all about what?
Small and great.
Small and great,
Rich and poor.
go ahead.
Free and bond. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Go ahead.
Verse 17 goes on to say, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, well, the number of his name. And next thing that they said that the he, right, part of their heresy. They said that the he there is America. That he can't be America. As the deacon said, I'm a one go back. He said there are three Americas. There's North America, there's Central America, and there's South America. Which one of the Americas is the he? You understand? As a matter of fact, the scripture called America the daughter of Babylon. So there's a she. So there's confusion. You understand? So you wasn't weaned from the breast. You wasn't drawn from the milk. Right? And this meat, and this is not even really meat. Right? This is not meat. You know? It's tenderloin. You're choking on the tenderloin. What?
Same scripture?
Well, yeah. Continue.
Verse 18 goes on to say, right? Goes on to say, here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding.
Yeah, yeah. This had to slow down the scriptures. Let every man have understanding. That's why Solomon said, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding.
God.
And the men of GMS, we break it down and give it that understanding. Using the blue letter correctly. The apostles always say the blue letter. If you don't know how to use it, they can trap you up. But these devils, they be changing up shit too. Right? And they put things there to confuse you. Right? But if you're not drawn from the breast, weaned from the milk, you'll get trapped up. Right? Go ahead.
Scripture goes on to say, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man.
And this man is the Edomite man. Edom. That's who it is. There's the man behind the beast system, the EU and the NATO. Go ahead,
Where do the calculation on the Pope come, right? In 666. Because they're now saying it's the Edomite man. And the Pope is an Edomite. And he's the head and the whole world.
Yeah, he's the head of the spiritual organization of the beast, which is the Vatican. The military organization is America and the US. And what the financial institution is what? London, Europe. Right? So, you know, the number of the man is a number of the man 666. 603 square and 6 goes back to what the UPC code. Because prior to what going to the grocery here now, where you go, you take your goods and you scan your goods. What do you used to do? You used to get your goods will have a price on it, and you still have to come to the cashier, and the cashier will tabulate your grocery. Right? But the so-called white man, Edomite, his way is that convenience. And he came up with what? The UPC code. Right? Which is the barcode. Right? And within the barcode, what you have? You have 666 in all barcodes. Right? And that is going to be transferred into what? The RFID chip. And that's his form of being spiritual. That's the only way the white man can be spiritual. Because according to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3 going down, right, or 2 verse 5, right, he sits in his seat as though he is God. Right? He playing that he is God. And this is the only way he can get that godhood. By what? Chipping you. So that he can track you everywhere you go. He will have all your records. You have it? Go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4. Who oppresseth and exalteth himself.
Who opposeth.
Opposeth, Salakia.
Right, so the word oppose means to resist. He opposed and exalted himself. He resists and he exalted himself. Go ahead.
Exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh power.
Yeah, he opposed everything that is called the Most High. Right? That goes to show that these men, right, they are devils. Because they are opposing what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai set up, his doctrine, his philosophy, which is the 100% truth that the men of GMS break down. Right? So you fall underneath the condemnation of the devil. As I was saying in what? In 2 Timothy chapter 2. Right? The devil being the deceiver is the Edomites. They sit and they oppose everything that is called God. They can go out in space. They reach the moon. Right? They're trying to measure the depths of space, the depths of the sea, the depths of the earth. They say man evolved. They say homosexuality, lesbianism, bestiality is alright. They have rights. Every man has equal rights. They say women are equal to men. They talk about women, what? Feminism. All these different things. That's opposing what the Most High set up. Go ahead. And the Most High's name is Yahweh. And the Son's name is Yahweh Shai.
Back in 2 Timothy.
They talk about democracy. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Back in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh power, or that is worship, so that he, as God Yahweh power, sitteth in the temple.
That he has God.
God sitteth in the temple of God.
Right. So he believes himself to be a power. Right. Now he is a power on this side. But his reign is about to end. Because Yahweh Shai is near. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is near. Right? And he's about to take him down. By his own wicked devices.
Right.
Go ahead.
Showing himself that he is God.
Showing himself that he is God. So they what? They did gene editing on some kids. Right? They have a program called CRISPR, where they can edit genes. If you want your child to come out with blonde hair and blue eyes, you know, you can do all that shit. Broad nose, normal straight nose. You can do all that. He saw through his science. So forth, yeah. Today they brought out an article saying that twins were the first. Some twins were born, or they were the first to be successfully gene edited. Right? That's him exalting himself as though he is a power or a god. Right? But that abomination, the Most High is about to put at an end. Right? That's it? Right.
It says Psalms 92, verse 6 and 7. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring up as grass, and when all their works of iniquity doeth flourish, it is then they shall be destroyed forever.
It is then they shall be destroyed as forever. So when they're about to culminate the RFID chip and their supreme godhood, the Most High are going to break them down. You're going to tear down all the satellites up in space, the ISS, all that bullshit. He said so. He said, hey, do you exalt yourself as the eagle and set your nest up there in the heaven? And all the satellites, because the satellites is part of the nest. That's what they're using to track. They are the sentinel satellites to track everything in space, in the atmosphere, on land, on the ocean, and in the ocean, underneath the ocean. Right? All these things are going to work hand in hand with the RFID chip. But these two-thirds not seeing it. Right? Some Israelite men not seeing it. Right? Because the Most High didn't ultimately remove the veil off of their eyes. What? No.
In chapter 15, verse 8, it says, I will hold my tongue no more. As touching, it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them to those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cried unto me, and the soul of the just complain continually.
Most I say, hey, the time of judgment, call it bullshit. You understand? You feel you're just going and be blaspheming the word of the Lord. Blaspheming the word of the Lord. Blaspheming the word of the Lord, and it's just going and continue. You understand? And all Israelite groups, whether it be GMS, IUIC, ISUPK, HODC, all are we just going on until the next 50 years, 100 years going, debating on who are the truth. You feel that going and continue to go on. You remember say there.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 8. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Most are holding your tongue no more because we is in mouthpiece. So all of your wickedness, most are saying it to all your face that you will be judged for it. You have a judgment for that.
That's right.
And it's coming very soon. Go ahead.
It says, which they profanely commit, neither will I
But they profane, the word profane means outside the temple. Anytime you're talking about some outside of the scriptures, there's a profane beast like the so-called white man.
That's right.
Not that philosophy is some outside. There's a part of the whole beast system, the so-called white man, where you're under a philosophy. But it is not the mark of the system. It's just the image of it. Because under the so-called white man, you can do what the hell you want. You don't meddle with it. Whatever fuck, when you worship, you don't care. If you worship in a piece of stone, you don't care. You worship a car, you do not care. His whole goal is to have you under his control. Because by that, you will ultimately only worship him. Right. But if you could set up Caesar, so-called Serapis Christus as your God, he don't care. That's why he have IUIC basically worshiping a black Serapis Christus. He don't care about that. They're not doing nothing. They're not threatening the system. If you worshiping Serapis Christus as a black man, so you fuck what? You don't care about it. But if it is, he bring that chip and he ain't accept it, he will be upset because why? That is what he wants to ultimately control him. That is where he will not hire under him completely. You understand? So a philosophy can be the chip. The white man don't care whatever philosophy you in. If he wants to take that chip, that is the ultimate peak to make him that godlike status. Because by taking that chip, you're ultimately under him. Now let me say take the chip and you're worshiping a piece of iron. You don't care about it. You set up your God like you. You don't care about it. You go and worship a piece of steel like you. Ultimately, you don't have your ass. You understand? You don't have you. But the more I know, say what? Don't take that shit because hey, we are the Israelites are the worship Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He care about who we worship. Or who we don't worship. He talk about worshiping idols. He don't want we worship idols. He talk about that. But the so-called white man don't care about that because he's outside the temple. And anytime you talk anything outside the scripture, you're going up against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and you're profane just like the so-called white man.
But I also want to say, right? Like all the brother was saying before, that taking the chip again, that ultimate godlike status, because now with that chip, he sees where you are, what he knows what you're doing, exactly when you're doing it, how you're doing it. Alright? Not only that, with the touch of cyanide within the RFID chip, right? He just has to press that button, which goes back like to where's that Psalm 68, I believe it's verse 20, unto the Most High belongs the issues from death. So he's the one now, he come like the ultimate judge because the word God does not only mean power, but it also means judge.
That's right, that's
right.
right.
So he's the one, guess what? He say, hey, do this. And he ain't do it, he just press that button, cyanide, like go and you die. So he becomes the ultimate power in that sense. You understand?
Hey, so like came on with us last week or the week before. The article came out on the bankers, was it? With the RFID chip. When they asked the creators to make it explode. And they say they can't make it explode, but they can make it destroy your brain or something that you can start to destroy your organs. You understand? So, you know, as basically alluding to what you were saying there just now. All non-compliance, they will destroy. They show you in the movies. They show you in Born Identity and they show you in Suicide Squad. Right? Non-compliance, they just pop the chip and they drop down dead. Right? And that's how he was going to have godhood too. You don't do it the way I tell you to do it. You're non-compliant, I just pop your chip. You're either you're off the grid, you can't be fed, you wouldn't be able to eat. Right? Or you pop the chip and we destroy you. Because they rejoice when they rejoice at the news that they can fry a brain or destroy organs. You understand? But they really wanted it to explode.
This is Micah chapter 2. We did it in Suicide Squad. Micah chapter 2, I will start from 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands.
That ultimately is so, but some of you false prophets could come and not because all they just be thinking about evil to come and teach Israel. You understand? And because all you know, you could have a multitude following all you, or you could tell them any doctrine or you feel like Mark of the Beast and philosophy or embargo. You're working evil, bro. That evil you're working.
If I can say this, but they actually other camps like Nate and back over where the place is, they know Apostle God and like the most guys. Chosen Isaiah 5 and so what them coming to do now, them coming to fight and found them. That's why they're coming up with this other philosophy saying, yeah, Mark of the Beast philosophy is how it is. You understand?
But as Gamaliel said, yeah, careful what you're doing because if these men were sent of the Most High, they're fighting against the Most High. Let these men alone. So they're going about it with their own vain philosophy and thinking. But what they're doing is casting that stumbling stone and they're going to be judged for that. Because they're not washing their hands or their blood and they're not preparing Israel at the gate for the day of the Lord. Because ultimately the men who are not convinced, because the scripture says, let every man be persuaded in his own mind. The men who are not persuaded that this is the RFID, that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast.
They come like we saw in the day of Fabulous, right? Begging the most, right? They choose me. Right. Yeah, them fight.
Look at my multitude of works. Look at my multitude, look what I did. But it's not about that, it's who was predestined. And hey, the scripture say, it's those who have clean hands and a pure heart. Your heart go back to all your mind and your hands. You have to wash your hands of the blood. That way it means to have clean hands and a pure heart. The pure heart comes from the cleansing or the washing of the water of the word. Right? So that's why it's important to have 100% truth. Right? And the clean hands is when you come out here and teach. Because we washing our hands of the blood of these Israelites that refuse to hear. Refuse to take on their heritage. Right? They want to go and have a career. Right? So want to go and be edified as a woman. Right? You go out there and you take Esau philosophy and doctrine. Right? You take that and you go on, you get a degree which is to be you're under his schooling. You're under his philosophy. Right? You're below. Right? That's why it says what? 300 degrees below below Celsius. Right? You're below. You're underneath. You're underneath some form of thinking. Right?
Two pieces. This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 22. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
I'm justifying the wicked is by saying the RFID chip is a philosophy. You justifying the wicked, right? Read over that last part.
Verse 23, and it says, which justify the wicked for reward,
Right.
and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
Right. So as the brother was saying before, it was revealed unto Apostle Tahar that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Right? And that is going according to the scriptures, according to the words of the Most High. That is the righteousness of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that was imparted unto the Apostle Taha. So when you're going out there and saying, guess what, the RFID chip ain't a mark of the beast, you saying that you justifying the so-called white man and you taking with the righteousness of that righteous man. You understand? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, this is Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 14, and it says, I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem a horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies.
Commit adultery, right, and walk in lies. They follow after the philosophies of different gods. I don't know the god. Who is the god they worship? Well, look at that. Right? So, hey. Alright? Say what? But they walk in lies because, hey, many prophets long ago used to call on Yahweh Shem Yahushai and speak lies. Alright? And said the Most High said when he hath not said. You understand? Go ahead.
Goes on to say, they strengthen also the hands of evildoers.
Yeah, they strengthen the hands of the evildoers. Right?
So,
get from Ezekiel 13 and 5, right? Because 13 and 5, they say they had not gone up into the gaps, right? Because what they're not warning the people, so they're strengthening the hand of the evildoers. When they say now the RFID chip ain't the mark of the beast, and these people take you as a prophet of the Most High, right? These people take you as a prophet of the Most High. Right? Yeah. They say no. You know, I get a finish it. I don't take a finish it that for me. Right? The so-called white man could come now with his words, with the button and say, hey, we'll take the RFID chip doing this fair, the RFID chip doing that fair. And hey, they themselves will say that the so-called white man ain't the wicked one. So you strengthening them within their wickedness. Alright?
Scripture goes on to say, starting back from top, Isaiah chapter 23 verse 14, I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem a horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies.
Right.
They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none doeth return from his wickedness.
Right. They strengthen the hand of evildoers, and that none of these people return from their wickedness. Right? So these people going on and wax worse and worse in the iniquity. They're not teaching them the laws, the statutes and commandments. One of the things that these other Israelite groups prefer to do is sit down and talk about Great Millstone and the Apostle Taha and the Apostle Gabardis and the Apostle Kadat and the Apostle Ariam Lab. That when it is that you're not going out there and you're not following the gap, right? You're not being a watchman. Rather than that, you're being a blasted with a comment board fasty man. You understand? Just commenting, no, that ain't true, El Apostle Taha, you know that. Come now, I mean, hey, stop that bullshit. Alright? Right.
Scripture goes on to read, they are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof of Gomorrah.
Yeah, because your ways reminded the Most High of the iniquities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Because Sodom and Gomorrah wouldn't have only be destroyed for homosexuality. They would have a lot of adultery and false play and lies and, you know, in the land of 5 cities. Right? Alright? This is Ezekiel chapter 13 verse 5. It says, ye have not gone up into the gap, neither made up the hedge of the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh. Yeah, right, that hedge is that protection. That protection was his words at the Most High, to teach people how to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So henceforth now, anybody that fear the Most High, that spirit going and descend, the Holy Spirit, and that going and cause that hedge to the Most High protect you. Right? Go ahead. It says, verse 6, it says, they have seen vanity and lying divination, saying Yahweh said, and Yahweh had not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confine confirm the word. Yeah, right? So it's same thing I was saying, right? Like these brothers, they might be calling on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but nothing sincerity and truth, nothing fair. You understand? Saying that the RFID chip is a philosophy while the brothers and them going into it, why the elder deacon went into it, teacher going into the words, breaking down the dividing the word of truth. I want to pick again up the book, I can't remember exactly. Right, dividing the word of truth. Right, how you dividing the word of truth? Because why? When they read the prologue in Sirach, the thing that was uttered in Hebrew and translated to another tongue do have the same strength. And when you think about it, the majority of the world or other Hebrew Israelites, they don't speak Hebrew. So you have to go into the Latin or Greek, you're dividing now, right? You're dividing the word, you're going into the Hebrew, the Latin and the Greek to find out the spirit of the word, the understanding of the word, to go back to the thought of what that scripture, what that verse was speaking about, right? Because it has different words with different things that mean different things and different aspects within the Hebrew language, within the Greek, right? Like word in John 3:16 doesn't mean the landmass or everybody, but a group or society of people, right? Decorations, right? A class of people with the same
harmonious. I think it's harmonious. Homogeneous. Basically, they follow the same laws. And laws was only given to Israel.
So 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15 says, study to show thyself approved.
Study to show thyself approved. They're studying. That means you're taking time to actually go into, right, what and trying to understand what it is saying. Study, right, to show thyself approved.
So like you have to be taught. Because they say how can they and there's in Romans, Romans chapter 10, how could they know unless they have a teacher? They have to be basically taught, and how could they teach unless they be sent? And the scripture says in John, he doesn't send speaking the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? And the scripture in John again 3 until the 8 say 7, not it says out of his belly shall flow fountains of living water. Right? So embargo or treaty is not living water because it's not progressive. That was dead and stagnant as it came out of your mouth. You understand? It stopped right there, just dropped right there. It
don't make no sense.
It's a stone, it's sink. You know?
I'll pick one here.
Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 8 verse 20. And Philip ran thither to him and hear him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest?
Right? So like simple thing like in school, right? A lot of people, you have to know God for yourself, you have to know God for yourself, but how is that true? Right? Because you might know God this way and somebody might know God this way, right? And it's not corresponding, and there is only one God. Alright? And he what the Most High desire of a man is to worship him in spirit and in truth.
What you know say was Christianity? What you know say is Christianity, because Catholics started off and they worship Serapis Christus in one way. The Mormons, the Methodists, the Pentecostal, all they worship him in whatever way they feel like. The Seventh-day Adventists, the Jehovah's Witness. You understand? And that fail. Look at the status of the world today. Where is Serapis Christus? Where is the Jesus? Where is Jesus Christ? Where is Jehovah? Right? Where's the peace? They have no peace. You understand? That failed. They tried, they proved, they tested, it failed. Well,
this is John chapter 4 and verse 24. It says, for God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Yeah, so what is the spirit? The spirit is the word. Right? And the word is the life and light of men. John 1:1, go on down. Right? So the spirit, the true spirit is Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
His name is not Jesus Christ. His name is not Jesus Christus. His name is not Yahushua, Yahweh, and all them other madness. Right? His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Right. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. The Holy Spirit is Wakakodash. Right? That's where we get understanding from. The Most High gave that understanding to his son because what he redeemed us, he shed his blood for us. And he gave his understanding unto the men that the Most High gave him. Right? So only the elect gonna understand this truth. Only the elect is qualified. We have the accreditation to teach. Right?
Look at simple thing like this. Right? Scripture said that when Yahushua was praying in John 17 that we all be in like mind. Right? I think even the Apostle Paul said that. But if you come more down on this main road here, going down Pittsburgh, it's about 7 churches, one on this side, one on that side, and going like that. All of them worship the same place. One is Methodist, but one is Pentecost, whatever the case is. And guess what? All of them call on Jesus. It's a different Pentecost. They call on the same person, but they don't agree. Why all these churches ain't just come together and build one big place? Right? They don't agree. Right? I say, and it's the same person.
What makes it polka?
Can't. Right? Some people might say, well, let us call on Yahweh, and this one does call on name too. But hey, one calling on in sincerity and in truth.
Hey.
You feel they don't have people in GMS that go in and get kicked out? Come on.
Not even that. Well, that too, Salakia. Yeah. But when you go back to Zephaniah 3 and 6, or 3 and 9, right? It says, then will I teach, then will I give the people a pure language so that they may all call upon the name of the Lord in one consent. Now, the Hebrew language bring the understanding also. Right? It brings the name of the Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. It brings also the understanding of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. Going back to what? The prologue, as I mentioned earlier on. The prologue to Sirach. Right? Things spoken in the Hebrew have more force than when it's translated in other languages. Right? Right? The law and the other books. Meaning the whole Tanakh. Right? So that's what brings the unity. The understanding. We can't be, the scripture says, how can two walk together? They must treat unless they be agreed. Right? We can't be unified unless we have the same understanding. Right? You and your wife gonna always have an argument if she doesn't understand you. You don't have to understand her, but she has to understand you. You understand?
Hey, that same thing as saying, with that force, that power. Because hey, I remember praying certain times in the Hebrew to like rain to fall, rain to hold, whatever the case is, and it just happens.
Hey, Yahweh is my witness. I tell him, he used to see every time I say trying to sit down to do a video, rain will fall. And I rebuke that, I rebuke the rain in the name of Yahweh, Shemi Shai, and I stop so I can do a video. You know?
I remember one time, when my sister sports day, right? And they do the national anthem, whatever the cases I play like I do. And the ladies say, well, yes, stand up, I stand up. And me, when I'm praying in the name of Sejaboje, right? I said, Lord, you know, some people, they'll pray and they'll say, in the name, or in the name of your son, so forth, and they ain't going and call the name. So I know what to tell myself now. I said, Lord, if this woman will say the name Seja Boje, and when I'm praying for it to fall, they'll pray for it not to fall, to have a good day. And some people say, well, boy, you bad mind. The woman say the name of Jesus. I say, what? I say, Yahweh Shalak Hamata. When they take the sun out of the fullest, you see rain clouds. And rain start to pour. I said to one of Yahweh Shalak. This is Psalms, Proverbs 23 and starting from 30. It says, they that tarry long at wine, they that go to seek next wine, says, look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his color in the cup. When it moveth, it serveth aright. At the last, at the last it bited like a serpent and stingeth like an adder.
That is not going always the color name. Yeah, because guess what? That wine goes back into doctrines of philosophy. So your talk about the RFID chip being a philosophy is your philosophy. And you're gonna bite in the ass because you're gonna take the RFID chip.
So it says, thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things.
Strange woman doctrine. You understand? That false doctrine. Right? That is that strange woman.
You see, your heart shall utter what?
It says, thine eyes shall behold strange women, and thine heart shall utter perverse things.
That is a perverse thing.
Thine
It
heart.
says,
That might chop them up right there, the old heart. Because your heart can't speak. Your love, your mind.
It says, yea, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea, or as he that lieth upon the top of a mist of a mast. It says, they have stricken me, they have stricken me, shalt thou say, and I was not sick? They have beaten me, I felt it not. When shall I awake? I will seek it again.
It's Isaiah 28:7. It said, but they also have erred through wine. It said, and through strong drink are out of the way. Yeah, that's all the air through up. They own philosophy they're coming up with. You understand? Facet. They said that the trip is spiritual. You understand? You out of your mind. You understand? How you taking a spiritual trip? It's something physical. Right? So you err. He said, but they also have erred through wine and through strong drink are out of the way. He said the priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. Yeah, you're erring with a microchip.
Oh, so you say America is the he?
Yeah, America.
So how a continent gonna give you a chip, go and give you a philosophy?
Yeah.
Or a doctrine? How a continent?
America never be corrupt. Easy elite. Rothschild, Rockefeller, is the he. America is known as the daughter of Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon. America is known as the Chaldeans, as Nineveh, you know. And most I refer to a nation as she.
Assyria,
or
Egypt.
you understand? That's why you niggas need to be taught.
Come and sit down and eat our soul food, your daughter of Babylon, there is no truth.
Most I refer to a nation as a woman. It's symbolic. You understand? Right? It's
these people out here, they self-talk. Just be getting the vomiting out shit out the mouth.
It's right. God. So they are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble at judgment. Err in vision. Hey, there's the vision that you see revealed right before our eyes. The chip. Yeah, they're revealing before our eyes.
You will see it. As I say, we will not have a fucking debate till 2185. Still out here debating. Because Lord going on stop it.
All us you turn old men and have new young men on the scene.
New young men on the scene.
The apostles and them go that way.
Yeah. Like what them thinking, because if you don't believe the chip is mark of beast, they're thinking that. They're thinking to remain here. They're thinking to remain here. No, you remember I was right.
Being a Hebrew is not being a prophet, well, outside here prophesying forever. That is not what it is. And we're prophesying to see who right.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Being a Hebrew is being a servant of Yahweh Shemi, and there's a means to end because the elect going to be delivered.
That's right.
The rest going to be destroyed and come back in the regeneration.
That's right.
Right? Come back to the loins of the elect.
got a quick one. This is first Ezra 13 and Corinthians. No, 14, Salakia, 14:8. 1 Corinthians 14:8. For if the trumpet given at certain song, who shall prepare himself to the battle? Yeah, we prepare for the battle and we given a certain song. He said, mark of the beast is a spirit, is spiritual. So you're given a certain song. So how Israel gonna prepare for the battle?
Hey, Salakia, a long time they used to have something called Brass Festival. Right? That used to be in Carnival. Right? It's a big party where they're blowing brass. They're blowing all the brass instruments, tuba, trumpet, all these different things. In the brass festival, it was a time of what? Merriment, because it's what? Carnival is given what? A festival of the flesh. Right? So if you hear the brass playing sweet as a tune or a melody to make you dance, right? You'll never know it's not time to dance, but it's a time to what? To get your arms and come out and fight. And that's the uncertain song the brother just read about. Why?
It says, and they have stricken me, shall thou say, I was not stricken. It says, they have beaten me, and I felt it not. Right? So all these other persons came about. Thy face, thy food. Do you feel that? Stand for introduction.
That's right.
Scripture says, if it were possible, they
You deceive the very elect.
Impossible. Copy something. So, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. But I have precept, but I don't call it, and it's on point 2. It says, charity never failed. The word charity comes from the Greek agape, which means brotherly love. Brotherly love is coming and telling Israel the friggin' truth. That brotherly love coming and telling Israel, hey, the truth. Not trying to sugarcoat the doctrine to gain followers. That is not brotherly love. It says charity never failed. So that ain't going on fail. This work ain't going on fail because scripture call this the labor of love. This can't fail. We in the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. It says, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. Understand? Whether it's prophecies, tongues, knowledge, all them things going on at our time period. Okay. Because hey, we gonna know everything in the kingdom of heaven. Exactly. So them things have a time period. Them things is not forever. They're not for we out here to just be going back and forth debating what the hell going on happen. You see World War III on the horizon. We seeing all these different things prepared to take these niggas in the streets. We seeing the freaking white man sharpening the sword as it says in Ezekiel 21. A sword is sharp and a sharp one. Yeah. So this debate about the RFID chip is the mark of philosophy. In the end we will see what the truth. Right. And it is the mark. The mark is the RFID chip. Right. And you will see it. And you know what? You will take it because you don't believe that is what it is. You will take it and it will be destroyed by the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Hey, if it's one thing, the scripture says, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's right.
So if your truth is not the truth, hey, you're in bondage.
You don't want to humble yourself. It's the like being Salakia. It's the like being with darkness, so great is darkness. Yeah, you go ahead. You can't get much obvious than this. Because if you had houses, somebody had houses sleeping in.
Esau right now, Esau. But we see how much of an alternative news media and thing Esau telling this plain out. Hey, the next thing, Esau coming out and saying that, hey, we thought that the next monetary system was the Bitcoin, but it's not. Esau telling you plain.
Watch the interview with Aaron Russo. Watch the interview. Watch the interview.
You know, that's what they're proud.
Proud.
Yeah. Never ask somebody to read it Proverbs. Yeah.
Proud like the benefits.
Yeah, you
looking for vain glory.
This is Matthew 6, verse 23. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
Yeah, so you mean you're ignorant. You understand? Because your eyes are evil. And darkness represents ignorance.
Hey, you know why some people love to take the mark of the beast? It's fucking laziness as the brother Father was going into. Alright? When you take that, you could turn on the car. From here, you could turn on this, you could do this, you could do that.
As the seduction of the devil, Salakia. As the seduction of the devil, because the devil is just pushing what? Convenience.
Yeah.
Everything I just called was called convenience.
With the man here from Sweden, can't remember the name, but say, when you look at the monitor, right? Men them that had the chip in Sweden, they look at the monitor. They got green for men and blue for women. And they say you touch any one of them, any blue or the green, you just gotta touch it. And all your information come up. Everything come up. And they say, you know what to do? You can fry your brains. You can lock the chip off and fry your brains and stop your heart. You understand? But you dumb niggas, you go ahead and keep teaching our heresies. I keep saying that the mark of the beast is an embargo, or is Christianity, or is sin. Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua can destroy y'all. Unless y'all repent.
If the mark of the beast was sin, boy,
we all would have died.
you would not have no human beings on the earth.
You all would have died because Revelation 14, 8 and 9.
Two things it was, you carry pen from the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, and you carry pen and taking the eye by the church. Sorry, the mark of the beast. So if the mark of the beast was a philosophy or embargo, you can't repent it, you're doomed. Because we always under some philosophy.
Hey, the scripture say, how shall a man cleanse his way? By washing it with the word and be washed by the word.
You don't look at it too spiritual too. These things that we gotta bear now. These things upset you. You understand? These little novice, but these things upset you. But what we gotta bear that. There is a thorn in your side. Because what you do, you're scattering the flock. You're scattering the flock. You understand? Because y'all wanna feel like, hey, y'all is some big top teacher. Hey, y'all show you what we do is prophesy now. Telling people what about to happen. That's all we gotta do. I hope that we be delivered, no? That's all we gotta do. It's simple. Tell the people, hey, y'all don't hear, y'all don't repent, destruction coming. You understand? Tell the heathens them, the Chinese, the East Indian, the so-called white man, the Africans, tell them, hey, y'all future slavery. Tell them who it is. Yes, you so-called African is not no African, y'all is Amite. The Chinese man, y'all is Moabite. The East Indian, y'all is Elam. Tell them who they is. Because these people out there ignorant. These people out there ain't got a clue what going on. Them in a big bubble. Yeah. You understand? So hey, it irritates you. You understand? It's upsetting about what? That's part of our cleansing. Because God is set against people. You understand?
I have a precept for you.
Yeah.
It says Titus chapter, well, there's one chapter, verse 10. A man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition reject.
Yeah, a heretic is a man who push false doctrine.
It says, knowing that he that is such is subverted and sinneth, being condemned of himself.
Apostle Tahar, them is well seasoned, man. Them is our spiritual father. If he tell you the chip is the mark of the beast, the chip is the mark of the beast. And he not only tell you to believe we say, he going down into the scriptures with you, he breaking it down in front of you.
Yeah. Not to be like a blind sheep.
You understand? He tell you he believe it, so I know he going in the scripture and he's showing you where it's it. And you can see it.
He's coming out and saying, look boy.
Like what them saying, it's philosophy is an embargo. Show me the scripture where it says an embargo. They're not showing me, don't know. That's what they're saying. They are added to the scriptures.
So, Isaiah chapter 3 verse 5, it says, and the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor,
The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient and the base
Child,
against
child, who's the child? So-called white man, a child. Behave himself what? Behave himself proud against the ancient. And also 200 people in a childish mentality. And they behave him proud against you. Allah passing to her. You understand? There's the head, there's the man that Yahushua put as the head of Israel. You don't have to believe it.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 6, for instance.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 6, starting from 16. It says 6 things do with Yahweh hate.
6 things the Most High hate. Go ahead.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look.
Right, that's the number 1 right there. You can drop the mic right there. A proud look. You know that Rasta. And the next main speaker, right from Abba Adam, or Abba, or however the hell they pronounce your organization, right? You know, the Most High hate that pride, because what? All you opposing the hierarchy of Yahweh Shemel and his doctrine for what? Out of pride, because you want to establish your own self. Go ahead, you can just read it out and bring my precept.
It says, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imagination, feet that be swift to run to mischief.
Lord, that device wicked imagination. For you say that the chip, the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, you are devising wicked imagination.
Give me Babakosha, give me Jude, verse 18 to 19. Babakosha. Jude, right before Revelation.
It's plain in my chip. Is he marked in Revelation? Go side there, they can come with a mark. Right? And it calls all both small and great, rich and poor. It even tell you in verse 18, this is a mark of a man. So how the hell you can say this spiritual? How they can be sin? How they can be a barcode? How they can be Christianity? These niggas ain't got no shame, boy. Y'all ain't got no shame.
What?
Jude 1 and 4.
18.
It says, Jude 1 and 18, it says, how that they told you there should be a mocker in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lust. These be they who separate themselves sensual, having not the spirit.
Yeah, they don't have the understanding. You understand? They don't have the spirit, they mean they have the Holy Spirit, which is the wisdom and the understanding of the scriptures. You understand? Go ahead.
That was it.
19 I do?
Yeah, he read 19.
Okay, 19.
And 18. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, starting at verse 12. It says the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
Yeah, so the Most High say, hey, this man gonna come with a mark. Coming with a mark is a physical mark. Come on. It is a physical mark the man coming with.
Alright, and so just to link it with that scripture there, because he said what beginning of pride is one departed from his maker.
Yeah.
Right? Esau departed from his maker. Right? And Esau is trying to make other men to depart from their maker by being in submission to him. That's why Revelation 14 and 19 say they worship the beast and his image. So they worship the so-called white man and the way, his way of doing things, his way of how he ruling the earth, homosexuality, lesbianism, right? Fornication, adulteries, right? The magistrates, the so-called democracy, false democracy, the deceit, the lies, right? The witchcraft, the whoredoms, the insolence to Yahweh Shemel Shai. You understand? You saying that the Most High didn't create us, we evolved from fucking atoms and water and all. No, you're not giving Yahweh Shemel Shai credit. He spoke it. He said where we came. He gave Moses the Genesis. He gave Moses the book of Genesis, and he gave what? Ezra, a continuation in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6. You understand? We have the understanding of the Most High. But you either might be proud man say what, that there is no God. The fool said in his heart that there is no God. The so-called white man is a fool and he's also proud. Go ahead,
Then, Ecclesiastes chapter 10, jumping on to verse 13. Goodbye. Verse 12. It says the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh and the heart is turned away from his maker. Verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that had it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord Yahweh brought up upon them strange calamities, and overthrow them utterly.
This will not to them. You understand? Unless they repent. You understand? Unless they repent. Because the Most High is dealing with order. The Most High said I'm meant to teach. The Most High said I'm meant to teach. And when you look at these rebellious Israelites, right? Look at the different camp they're teaching about the mark of the beast. Right? One saying is sin, next one says Christianity. Next one says the embargo. One saying John 3:16. Tell me if there's not confusion. Tell me if there's not confusion. That's confusion.
Hey, Salakia, people come up here and say that. They say, I have so many Israelite groups, so I know which one is how I know which one is which. You see? Because they're bringing confusion in the congregation. But they have sincere people out there who want to learn.
All we can know from scripture, Deuteronomy 18.
That's hard, like, yeah, one more.
That's all we can know who's the man the Lord. Scripture tell we, they can know who's the man the Lord.
If I may put two, and the reason why the Most High he hate a proud look, he hate pride. Right? Because the scripture said that is when one depart from the Maker, and the Most High made man what to worship him. And you departing from the Maker, I mean, I think scripture say it brings forth sin. Sin is what the transgression of Lord, disobedience. Scripture also say that disobedience is witchcraft.
Stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft and idolatry.
Understand? Which is something that man is supposed to be tampering into. Witchcraft goes back to magic. Understand?
First Samuel 15:23.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, jumping on to verse 18, it says, pride was not made for man, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Yeah, because we have certain actions we don't have nothing to be proud of. Most High is the only one who's supposed to be proud. He created the heavens and the earth. Pride was not made for man. Right? Pride supposed to be, everybody does be talking about curse words or bad word. Pride supposed to be the real bad thing. Right? I'm proud to be a Trini. I'm proud to be black.
Texas pride, American pride.
Can't. I mean, hey, even if you're proud to be black, you never make yourself fucking black.
And you're not black supposed to begin with. You're melanated.
Finish it?
Verse 19 or?
Nah.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 22, 21. It says, if thou say in thy heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh had not spoken?
So how we can know if the word if the really Most High not spoken? How we can know?
It says, when a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh had not spoken.
So you're saying that the mark of the beast is Christianity. Hey, Christianity got over 2 billion followers. You understand? Next one says sin. Hey, the whole nation of Israel, we all sin and come short to the glory of your heavenly Father. Next one says the embargo. You understand? Since we know that always deal with embargo, that always dealing with that. So this is making no sense.
Yeah, long since Sunday law.
Sunday law.
Hey, I had a book.
You understand? These things are making no sense.
So none of these things that he's speaking about ain't not gonna come to pass because these things already here. This place gotta go by. This fucking place gotta go by. This place gotta go.
That's right.
There's a filthy place, why? You understand? So Christianity is here, the embargo is here, John 3:16, right? You understand? God. You understand? So they make no sense, so we can know. The prophet speaking word ain't come to pass, the Most High sent him. You understand? Let me see when the mark of the beast do become mandatory. Let me see if it's gonna be Christianity.
Let me see when martial law, when Jacob shovel hit, right? And the economy collapse, right? Let me see what philosophy will feed them.
Right.
Done.
That makes no sense.
I think what you say,
Yeah, it don't make no sense. You understand? Hey, Yahweh says, speak my words though. He says, speak my words. Might give me the second Ezra 15 and 1.
Remember what you say? You say that how we know sort of here, if all the other, right now other prophets never talk about the mark of the beast and the revelation. No other prophets never talk about the chip other than John in Revelation.
So when John received the prophecy, when all the other prophets was taken out,
And that was his portion.
exactly.
Oh, but I had one book.
He's meant this.
Why, like how Israel was by all the other prophets prophesied to they scattered, they don't believe in other doctrine and go and to different things. Why is only John talk about, if the mark of the beast is the chip, why is only John the Revelator talk about it in Revelation and no other place?
You see, these people are not, they're not worthy to be teachers because what the book Revelation means, to reveal. And John got a revelation of the 7 churches. He got a revelation of the upcoming World War. He got a revelation of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. He got a revelation on the kingdom of heaven.
That is it.
He got a revelation on Yahweh Shai, being a so-called dark-skinned man with white woolly hair and white beard. You understand? That was John's portion. These men are not, they're not qualified to be out teaching.
Yeah. What's proud, man?
Yeah, they're just proud. Pride coming before what? Destruction. Right?
This is just strictly business. This is not personal against Adam about none of them. This is about the doctrine of Yahweh Shai.
You know, we rebuke.
Truth.
Get to the truth.
Because
Because get to these faggots, why?
that's right. Because we defenders of the gospel as the scripture said.
That's right.
We out here to defend this. Because Yahweh Shai left and went into a far country and he left men over it, beginning with the apostles, standing in defense of this word.
Read something here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 27. Now he are the body of a Mashiach and a member in particular. He said, and the power Yahweh had set some in the churches, first apostles, secondary prophet, thirdly teachers, and after that miracles, then gift of healing, health, government, diversity of tongues. You understand? So hey, different prophets get different lot. They get different revelation. How hard is this? It wasn't Jeremiah lot to speak about the chip. It wasn't Isaiah lot to speak about the chip. It wasn't Obadiah lot to speak about the chip. It was John the Revelator lot. That was his portion. You understand? That was his portion.
I'll give up this.
Let's go back up and what I want to see, right? See, we come to defend the truth, right? This is Article 7. This is Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. Now go next one, you follow it. This is 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 3. As I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus, when I went into Macedonia, that thou might discharge some, that they teach no other doctrine, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith.
So hey, all the prophets they get different lot. We need to understand the hand got its purpose, the legs have its purpose, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears have their purpose. All don't do the same thing. And the leg is the body of Yahweh Shai. So different prophets, teachers, apostles, you understand, healers, help governments, they get different office and different things was revealed unto them. Don't make it a complete body. That's why Apostle Tahar said we get 100% truth. Niggas get bitchy. Yeah, because Yahweh Shai have a body, and that body have the 100% truth. It's a complete body.
Johnny Revelator didn't know Genesis. I mean, he didn't have the book of Genesis. Moses was given Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. Moses was given that. You understand?
I want you. These are Isaiah 24 verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and read.
This is spirit by your mind. I know they come to my mind. This is spirit in me. I know come to my mind because they're gonna what? They're gonna stay there lot. Go ahead up.
It says, no one of these shall fail, none shall want to remain.
Yeah, none of the prophecy gonna fail. You understand? No other book come made for this book.
Right.
Alright, go ahead up.
It says, for my mouth it had commanded, and my spirit it had guided them.
Yeah, these are the holy scriptures. Right? The holy scriptures is the mouth of the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Go ahead up.
It says, and he had cast the lot for them,
yeah,
and his hand had divided it unto them by line.
By line. Different revelation, different prophecy.
That's right.
You understand? Every man get a portion. You understand? Yeah.
It says they shall possess it forever.
Forever. Yeah.
From generation to generation shall they dwell therein.
They're going to dwell therein. They come back to the lot. What we tell Daniel, hey, you're going to go and rest and you'll be back in your lot.
Right. That plenty prophet had similar prophecy.
Right. You got a whole lot. You say that something?
This is 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15. It says, but sanctify Yahweh power in your heart and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
So the question to these Israelites, yeah? When this economy collapse, it will collapse. What you gonna tell your congregation to do when there is no food, when there is no water, when they can't afford to pay the utilities bill? You understand? When they're being destroyed by the enemy, what you gonna tell them to do? Because they're gonna ask you answers. What you gonna tell them to do? Exactly. You understand? Yeah, read it.
Yeah, there's a second Ezra chapter 15.
He's an idiot. He don't want to know. Daddy Baba.
So second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Most I put a prophecy in his prophet's mouth. Mystery was revealed to what the prophets. You understand? Right? Yeah. So the
Most I reveal the mark and revelation to Apostle Tahar that there's the RFID microchip. That was given to Apostle Tahar.
That's like how you reveal on Apostle Gabat, yes.
Exactly.
Apostle Tahar knew it too, but
exactly.
Yeah, Apostle Gabat said that he kind of blurted it out, but Cornelius had to be a confusion of his Israelite.
That was revealed to the elder Apostle Tahar. Hey, we believe it because we can see it. We can see it. And we go in depth. We go in depth with the mark of the beast. And what this chip could do, we go in depth. We can tell you. They're going to use it to kill you fucking idiots. Because it was the Alice. You understand?
You're all fighting against your maker, boy. But you're not fighting against the men that you see, you know. It's the power that behind them because you got the victory. It's already given to us through because the Lord said it's already ours. We just have to go through our lot. You know?
But all them Latino what female bringing in? Well, y'all are speaking about that. What were the men? What were the men? Men, the Lord who got the head cut off the witness of Yahushua and then who they received the mark? What were the men who got the victory over the mark of the beast?
So like if I'm not mistaken, it's FEMA who purchased from Sweden the RFID chips.
50,000.
And it's them who asked that the chip be able to explode. It was FEMA.
I'm trying to remember the man's name.
It's FEMA, yeah, can't. You understand?
So what they could do, it could fry your brains and lock you and stop your heart.
Yeah, can't.
But they didn't want the chip to explode, to get it to make you explode when they send it off. You understand?
If I can interject too, there's like the movie Kingsman. Kingsman when everybody here turn up
yeah.
at the ending.
Yeah. That's what Esau want to do because he saw intention. And that's why the elder, we name again, about the one, now about the one, he was watching. Huh? I'm a one Gaba, right? We was saying, that's what you're talking. Yeah, that's what you're talking. You understand? But hey, yeah, I lost what you're talking. Yeah.
Revelation chapter 20 verse 4, it says that I saw thrones and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witnesses of Yahushua and of the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their forehead or in their hand, and they lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years.
So how they was beheaded? They don't guillotines. Everything adding up. This is why Apostle Tahar say these niggas don't watch the news. They don't read the newspaper. They don't watch it. If you don't watch it, you can see a FEMA by 50,000 in microchip from Sweden. And I also think it's either 3,000 or 30,000 guillotine they're bringing. I gotta go back through I saved the article. So I gotta go back through it. So why they bringing in guillotine? Now they're saying that hey, these men were beheaded. So adding up. You know, like if I put you in a thought I was going to say just now, when the elder say, is that y'all don't know y'all enemy. Y'all don't know y'all enemy. And y'all trying to get y'all glory on this side. So like y'all is some kind of level. Y'all are not no level. Y'all not on no level. God. Yeah. You understand? You're not on no level.
You speak proudly.
Yeah. Talking about how you gonna buy and sell in famine. How you gonna buy and sell in famine? Before the microchip become mandatory, they're gonna have chaos. They're gonna have chaos. And then
they're gonna have famine. They're gonna have famine.
And then the devil gonna come now like he's God. Here up.
Hey, Silakia, just to prove it. What going on in Venezuela? Isn't that Jacob's trouble?
Yeah.
There is not Jacob? Yeah. Right? And what are they fleeing for? They say right now it's garbage eating from. It's famine.
He calls it almost 100.
Yeah.
Chaos out the order.
Order of chaos.
Yeah, can.
Yeah, that's the Latin for chaos out of order.
And this will come in with.
Order out of chaos, sorry.
And then they can say, no, hey, present the chip to you, take the chip.
This is where we're going to bring order, this is where we're going to bring stability, keep track of everything. This is how we're going to think food. You understand?
So when you take the chip, in Revelation 19:20 say you was deceived. You was deceived. You understand? Now they're talking about woman is part of the 144,000. Hey, we tired of you niggas, man. We tired of y'all niggas, man.
Abomination.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you looking for?
These men just looking for the own vain glory.
Men and them pussy whipping.
If it's not the heathen can make it, this woman is part of the 144,000.
This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 31. It says, and ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, says Yahweh.
So wait say women there. Wait say women there. Let's play to the point. Where that?
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, starting at verse 1. But there were false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying Yahweh that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evilly spoken of.
Yeah, it's like if I mean, because you see by even denying Yahweh. You understand? Yahweh Bashim Yahshai should deny him because they think it's us that they resisting us. But no, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Go ahead.
They even got no fear.
Yahweh Bashim Yahshai sent His Holy Spirit here to give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We share it. We exercise the greatest charity that there is to share this knowledge with the nation. And you're rejecting it. You're spitting in our face. You understand? The scripture says my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because why? Because they reject knowledge.
If a pastor says something I don't understand it, I'm not going to even buck up against a pastor because hey, there's a man in the Lord. That's a man in the Lord. I'm not going to even buck up peace. You never know, if I don't understand it, if I don't get it right away, I can leave it up to the Most High. The meaning Most High they want to reveal to me then, he don't want to give it to me. But for even come against your pastor, that thought don't even come in my head. These men have no fear for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Hey, look at all the apostles treat their elders, talking about the high priest Arya, King Marsha. You know? High priest Arya going off and they still have respect for him.
Yeah. Because there's spiritual men. And there's men, there's merciful men. The apostle with the spirit of a lamb. They're the spirit of a lamb. You understand? When the apostle, yeah, go ahead.
The scripture says, malice be children, understanding be men.
You understand? When the apostles break it down with Zerubbabel and I preached Joshua, and he was breaking it down and tell who was the reincarnation. Hey, and the apostle do? The apostle bring precept. He bring precept to show. You understand? And this meat, and I tell you, I receive it. Because I get it, I receive it. To one of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I receive it. You understand? When he was talking, he said, Peter, in Yahushai time was Peter and John. John was Joshua. And Peter, Peter was Moses. You understand? As the apostle said, there's meat. Most High and his son dealing with the apostle. Come on, look at the track record. Consistent. Yeah, go ahead.
Romans chapter 13 verse 7
says, render therefore to all your duties, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom is due, fear to whom fear is due, honor to whom honor.
Right. Then we keep coming on to the apostle. If the apostle wasn't out giving diligence on the highways and byways, videos, how you dummies will get this through? Because IUIC ain't dealing with prophecy, them dealing with family structure. ISUPK, them dealing with
militancy.
The militant rifle field, and they're dealing with what's called it, the
Radio program.
boy, this 501c3 charter.
Oh, I can't.
GOCC bumped the hell out. You understand? They God. You understand? Them talking about
mermaids and yeah, I was coming from the sea. And
them talking about the 144 under the pyramid. You understand? Bump the hell out. Both sides, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, dealing with the apostles. They're dealing with the apostles.
Right.
Look at the apostles' fruits. Look at Johanna fruits. Look at Nate fruits. Look at Bubblite blackfish fruits. Look at all the other, these other alphabet camps. Look at their fruits to the apostle them fruits. Are you judge yourself? You judge yourself. You understand? You judge yourself. Right? You want something in it?
Hey, somebody inside of this on an ideal, let's see, apostles that been for 6 months. Could demolish our pastor and he's shipping it to 38 years.
But the apostle said that. Say, a brother is 6 months to destroy them. You understand? Which obey them and I rule over you. What piece of it again? Obey them and I rule over you. This is what Peter? Hebrews.
Right there.
Yeah, can.
Hebrews chapter 13 says, verse 17, it says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account. As they that must give account, that they may do it with joy, not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
It tell you that, hey, obey them that rule over you. The apostle that rule over us. You understand? Them is our spiritual fathers. Right? You understand? This is what we gotta do. We gotta work for our soul. We tell you Acts 20, I think it's Acts 20, 28. Yeah, from the back, sure, Acts 20, 28. Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man.
That's plain. That's plain. These men are afraid to tell these bitches that need to go in the place. Hey, the men in love, we can tell these bitches out of order. And they're totally out of order.
If I may say this scripture, say Genesis 35, verse 10, it says, King shall come out and I know it. When Moses was talking to Jacob, 144,000 are kings. The scripture also said that in Isaiah 10. Not altogether my princes are kings, right? Which goes back to Yahshua, he prince of the Most High. Now guess what? At what point in time you ever read in history of Israel that a woman judge any situation? Because kings are set up to judge.
Even with Deborah, when the Most High put Deborah there, they said, was to shame Israel. Or what? When the Most High issued the vision, what she used to do? Go to your husband. Exactly. She used to go to your husband. The Most High did it to what? Shame Jake. Because Jake was on falling like today. A whole heap of falling on. It's a shameful thing for a woman to rule over you.
For these men have no shame, these men have no morals, boy.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, buddy?
Yeah. This is Luke chapter 10 and verse 16.
Yeah.
He that heareth you, heareth me.
Yeah.
And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
So if them that heareth me, which is Yahushai, and Yahushai men, because Yahushai men speaking Yahushai word. So the apostle and the Yahushai. You understand? Go ahead.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
So you are despising the word, which is Yahweh word. You understand? You are despising his son because his son is the witness.
A testimony.
Yeah, to the testimony. You understand?
This is Acts chapter 20 and verse 28. It says, take heed therefore unto yourself.
Take heed therefore unto yourself. Most I put the word above his name. You don't mess with a man. You don't mess with a man like that. And a power, omnipotent power, say you put the word above his name, you don't fuck around with words. Precaution. Be circumspect. Yeah?
And name good.
Yeah. You understand? Go ahead.
Went on. And to all that flock over, the which the Holy Ghost had made you overseers to feed the church of Yahweh, which he had purchased with his own blood.
Yes, so the Most High, Yahweh should put men in charge to oversee his flock, which is the elect. You understand? So this thing is harder. This now you come and teach who you feel like teach. This thing is harder. This now you feel like teach. It's all about harder. And the apostles who said the harder, Yahweh should set them up. Yeah.
1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 28.
Yeah.
It says, and Yahweh had set the same in the church, first apostles,
Yeah.
second secondary prophet, and thirdly teachers, after that miracle, then gifts and healings, help governments, diversities of tongues.
Yeah, there's orders. This how we set it up. You understand? There's an order that we gotta follow. Where Yahweh say in Genesis 1 and 27, let us make man in our image. What's the image? What's the image? Order. Go back to the ordinance of Yahweh Hashem. This is perfect order. You understand? When Yahweh is walking and he's seeing his disciple, one day teaching X, next day teaching Y, they will teach you the same thing. They will teach you the same thing. You understand?
This is 1 Corinthians 14 verse 14.
Yeah.
Let all things be done decently and in order.
Yeah, let all things be done decently in order. We're talking about chip is spiritual. We're talking about women in the 144. Women can teach. And all this fuckery we are going on with. That's why the Most High gonna wipe out the
That's right.
You understand? Y'all in the smoke in the Most High knows. You understand? Y'all in the smoke. You see, pride is a hell of a thing, that.
As you see, it's like you're truly spread, you know, I remember a couple of months back, Sherry Love coming on the scene, that fat bitch,
Yeah.
and calling out for the apostles, I wanna speak to the apostle. You understand?
Sorry.
That pride, the Most High, yeah, as you say, that smoking, he knows the Most High, yeah, Yahweh Shai angry.
I hate the spirit. See the spirit, but I hate the spirit, man. I hate the fucking spirit, man. The prideful spirit. I spirit the Most High will take that away from me. And I don't want the spirit around me, that. I don't want it around me. Because pride in the first spirit is what God will give fucking position that we in. Pride. It's what God will that these heathens over we. Our women out there, our children out there. Pride is what God will in this position right now. So I don't want the spirit around me. I don't want to, I hate the spirit. understand?
Romans chapter 13 verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Yeah. Moses said, what obey better than what? Sacrifice.
Hey, yeah, what I say that? So, okay, yeah, what I said that? Huh? And then he said, go and learn what I mean.
Done.
He said, go and learn what I mean. You understand? The Most High say, you have no pleasure in burnt offerings. You understand? He just prefer that you obey. Because Israel was just being wicked and preparing this, they're preparing the sacrifice and going to do the sin. Come back and then give the offering. The Most High say he don't want that, he wants you to obey.
Let's be grateful that the Most High enlighten me then. Grateful that the Most High take you to the take away from the pollution, that we can see pollution. We can see crack, cocaine, alcohol,
Christianity,
Islam, cardi pollution, AIDS, cancer, let me tissue this now. Homosexuality, all different philosophy, lesbianism, idolatry, out there full of pollution. And the Most High can open your eyes and show you, hey, this world polluted, it can destroy you. But you can be proud. Alright, if you don't understand something, you can pray, ask the Most High to reveal it to you, ask the Most High to give you upgrade, to give you the understanding. What about just keep it low and wait until the Most High reveal it to you? What about that? You understand?
Proverbs 27 verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Yeah, hide himself. You understand? In the sanctuary, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, this is where you hide yourself. You're not talking with it. You're not talking behind your keyboard and one teacher, no. You're talking about hiding in the sanctuary, Heavenly Father. Right, go ahead.
Sinful pass on and are punished.
Yeah, the simple, the foolish, they're going to be punished. You understand?
This is Acts chapter 4 and verse 32. And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and of one soul. Neither said any of them that oughted of the things which he had possessed was his own.
Talking going back to the charity that the apostles had to each other. You know? Everything that I had was belong to the church. My mother said, this is my own and this is my own. Everything that I had will belong to the church. By the body of Yahushua. Go ahead.
But they had all things common.
And all things in common. That's why I love being around my brothers, because when we see a spirit, you understand? We see a spirit. You understand? We're around these degenerate people out here. It does upset you. You understand? The whole spirit does upset you. Right? Go ahead.
It says 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. It says, and they all drink the same spirit, the same spiritual drink. But they drink of that spiritual rock that's full of them.
That's Yahushua. Right? We drink of the spiritual rock. Right now we drink it because what we eat. Right now we sipping on the spiritual drink right now, which is the scriptures. We sipping on the drink right now. You understand? Go ahead, Ak.
And that rock was a Mashiach.
Yeah, that rock is Yahushua Mashiach. You understand? This way you got to build a foundation on. You see what these people out here? People out here finish. You understand? They finish. They ain't got care in the world. This is the valley, and these are the dry bones. Dead state. You understand? All these things are happening in the world, and these people out there still in a dead state. They taking the time out of, hey, why these things happening? You understand?
is Matthew chapter 16, verse 17. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
Yeah, the so-called white man can't prevail against his church. Right? He can send how many agents to penetrate the church. They're not gonna make it, they're gonna be revealed by the Spirit of Yahweh Yahushai. You understand? They're gonna be revealed. Right? They're gonna be revealed. Yeah. Yeah, Romans 16 and Romans 16. Start at that's 17.
This is Romans chapter 16. This is Romans chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
Yeah, avoid them. Go ahead.
Verse 18. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly, and by good words and fierce speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
Yeah, your heart is simple to be deceived. Right? They can be deceived. Like ISUPK said, if it's 90 ISUPK, you're 92. Tell me if they're in the right fucking mind. If you're 90 ISUPK, you're 92. And ISUPK is no coward. Fuck the hell out. You understand? Fuck the hell out. You got sex with a woman in your butt. That's sodomy.
5 cities was destroyed because of that.
Yeah, that's sodomy. You understand? So hey, we mark them. That's why our elders tell we not in the unity camp thing. We got one goal, let's say what? Prophesied. Revelation 22 start from 14. You understand? We got one common goal, it's a prophesy.
Scripture say that the Most High severed us, that we be holy as he is holy. Understand? We ain't done the rest of these Hebrew Israelite camps. They don't for shit in the world. You understand? They are part of it.
They don't want the kingdom. They want to stay a monkey themselves. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
It's in Revelation chapter 22 and verse 8. It says, And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard,
read from 7.
Alright, Revelation chapter 22 verse 7. Behold, I come quickly. Bless he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Yeah, bless is he. And keeping the saying of the prophecy of this book. What makes it action with wine? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them, and when I had heard and seen, I fell down and worshipped before the feet of the angel which shewed me these things. Verse 9. Then said he unto me, See thou do it, and not for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book.
worship Yahweh.
So the angel telling Apostle John, is your brethren? Go ahead.
Verse 10, and he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Hey, so like, yeah, you know, one thing that just hit me there too again, through the Spirit is like, real unfaithful men in so-called Israelite camps. There are plenty of unfaithful men, like men was coming up against the brother now who caught that angel in the Dallas Cowboys versus the Redskins. That angel with his aura, his beard and his hair white, like lightning. He brought out in his video now. He had to do our next video, bringing it out and showing it that day. It wasn't Photoshop. You understand? I have many faithless so-called Israelites out here. I have many faithless so-called Israelites. The faith will get put on to the challenge.
I don't believe.
Right? If you see, that's the dangers. The Most High exercising us. You know? I heard that brother say it. You know, it's like, I have nearly, at least amongst GMS, they don't have a brother that's not going through that financial demon. That not going through that financial struggle, that living from paycheck to paycheck. But through the Spirit, you know, the Most High put it in the letter, Apostle to heart, to bring out that spirit of entrepreneurship and that kingly vibration now, boy. You understand? That things starting to change up because we're getting that kingdom-minded mindset now. You understand? It's the mindset, but there are plenty faithless. You can't have a kingdom mindset and you're faithless because you have to, in order to get to the kingdom, you have to go through it. Right. And we're being exercised because these little struggles that we're going through. You know, the scripture say we're going to look about, the scripture call it light affliction. But these so-called Israelites, they don't want to go through any affliction. They just want to receive the kingdom. And if they can't receive it, they're trying to make it on the side. They're trying to create it. You understand? You go ahead and I'll just say that.
It's in Revelation chapter 22 and verse 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
Yeah, don't seal it, don't hide it. Hey, so, prophesy.
So like I have a precept in Proverbs or Psalm. I just read this earlier on. But basically there's a precept that says, hey, when you have the opportunity to speak.
Right.
You understand? And they have a time and a season for everything. It had a season when the book was closed.
Right.
That was years before Abba Bivens.
Right.
But then Abba Bivens came and the book was open and what knowledge increased. Right? So now is that time to speak that knowledge. Right. Because it's a wicked thing to hold back that knowledge. You know?
Jeremiah 28 verse 7, it says, nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, there's no coming. You understand? You're probably saying what about the coming. What we telling you is like get yourself right. You understand? And the brother just say, you know, a lot of y'all have no faith. You understand? Because what Israel was seeing, all these things back then, they were seeing the angel, they seen all these miracles, and yet still didn't believe. Moses part the Red Sea, Moses drunk Pharaoh army. All these things they see, these niggas was still faithless.
Corey Dayton, the Most High now deal with Corey.
Yeah.
Korah, sorry. And right after niggas start a movement.
Yeah.
Most High have to deal with them too.
You understand?
Yeah, the scripture said the most high prophets of old prophesied against great kingdoms and against many countries of war. And that the spirit we had to be prophesying against Babylon. You know, praying and begging the Most High to throw down this wicked kingdom. Can I read the scripture saying Amos 9.
Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom.
Yeah, and that's speaking about Babylon the Great, which is America. That's sinful kingdom. Where Esau take all the laws of the Most High, and make them opposite. You know, basically to break each and every law of the Most High. That is sinful kingdom. The eyes of the sinful kingdom, what it say?
It says, Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, the Most High can destroy from off the face of the earth. Till no man could dwell here anymore. That is destruction coming to pass concerning America.
This is this one what you just saying, Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Yeah, you go be telling a wicked nigga that sleep with the next man's wife is an abomination. But he go want you where if you speaking about if you tell him that having marrying a woman that is 16 or 17 is lawful according to the law. And the scripture said they put good for evil and evil for good. Because they learn from Esau, where the scripture say is the devil, the deceiver. And that way Yahweh Shai told them, that way Yahweh Shai tell them that they have the father, because they learn from Esau and they continue with Esau doctrine. They follow the Most High doctrine, they follow Esau doctrine.
If you tell somebody that sex is marriage, then go in and say that wrong. But go in and say not like fornication.
You're right. If you tell a Negro, a so-called Negro, that sex is marriage, he don't want you like, what the fuck you talking about? But guess what? They will allow the woman to have sex with Tom, Dick and Harry, and then when she feel like she ready, she could go and marry a man now. Scripture say a virgin. If you're not a virgin, you is not no harm value.
Damage goods.
That ain't good again.
What precept fail?
Damage property. I come in a lot of STD.
This is
spiritually transmitted diseases.
Yeah.
This is Leviticus 21 verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his power.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take a wife that been with a man or is currently with a man. She already make, when she go be unclean to you, she already have a husband. That way Paul say, as long as
as again, Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, or sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Damage property. Damage property. Don't have your virginity. Damage good.
The scripture say a harlot shall become to that.
This is Exodus chapter 22 verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins.
So that is what we're supposed to be doing with virgins. Now you go tell a man he should look for a virgin, but guess what? He go tell you, nah, I don't like no virgin, I can't love blood and them kind of shit.
Too tight.
How niggas just think. Niggas, yeah. Yet still, they're going to have sex with a woman on the period.
Hey, so like even equivalently as gross, they will have anal sex and have that girl shit on his dick.
Hey, they mind breaking out a girl butt though. You understand?
Some of them wickedness when they do that in sex, this chip. Let's go up in the truck of the penis. Let's get pee and all kind of thing. That you most side.
Shit shank.
Shit shank.
What about this nastiness and truffle butter?
Truffle butter, right?
Yeah, like making it filthy.
Is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's wife, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Hey, so you're not supposed to she's not supposed to return until first husband. That would be committing adultery again. But guess what? What the scripture say? Continue.
It says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
But Israel, both kingdoms, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, played the harlot by going on and worship other gods. And the scripture say, the Most High take it back. And that is what we are to That is what we are to be going through now. The Most High making me feel what he feel. When we go and play the harlot by worshiping, or was worshiping Jesus Christ and Allah and Judah and Jehovah, the Most High making me go through that sin process of adultery by making our wives go and have sex with other men.
This is Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 7. It says, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses.
Yep, because Israel go make a statue, or Jake's Christian go make a statue and bow them to it. They were dressed up for Arab, they were dressed up for emancipation, they were dressed up for Eid, Diwali, Christmas. They can't really find things in nothing. That scripture says they are scattered sheep. They always trying to find something to hold on to.
To fit in.
Yeah, to fit in. But guess what? You don't see Hindus dressing up on emancipation. You don't see them fucking Arabs dressing up for emancipation and Christmas.
Yeah, they're going back to the scripture, white trimmers that we can seek love. You can use it there too.
Emancipation even belongs to us, Steve.
Yeah. But that
the body emancipation go back to transfer ownership. Then it belongs to you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos and Native Americans, then it belongs to y'all.
Is Israel a homeborn slave?
In Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse, I start at verse 13. For my people have committed two evils, they have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
they have forsaken the Most High, the fountain of living waters. The one that gave us life by this. He said, just seek God and you will live. Just keep the commandments and you will live. But Israel is so fucking dumb. I scripture say my children, my people are selfish. And my people are foolish. My people are destroyed for Allah can't knowledge. They rather go on and break the laws and die. Why? Because they rather to have a brief moment of joy. You know, they ain't like that kind of affliction. To the Most High, they are suffering. They are to say faith to faith. You know that kind of way? Israel rather to party and commit adultery and have a sense of joy, that feeling of joy in the body.
Quick one here. In Jeremiah 8 and 3. And death shall be chosen rather than life.
Done.
By all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, they choose death and life. They choose to go and buy costumes for carnival. They choose to go and take out loads to buy Christmas tree. They choose to just naked than to just be modest. The scripture said they choose death rather than life. And we see it.
Hey, they choose to eat Shark and bake,
Yes, shark and pork.
lobster, shrimp, you know, all manner of crustacean, crab, squid.
Supposed to be homosexual.
Yeah, can.
And he saw showing them the effects that it have on the body handshake, like, what do you
Hey,
think?
so like as act, where I now say that a woman on TV6 News or CN3 News came over. She's 100 and what, 3 now, 104. That she always wanna, she probably one of she secrets was saying her life so long. This wicked bitch say, well, I eat tattoo, crab, manicu, what all them things, that probably it.
It was expensive in her pharmacy.
This woman didn't even say thank God. The woman didn't even mention God once. I said about this wicked bitch. But I showed my grandmother probably here she from Trinidad. She lap, she tattoo, she eat iguana, she crab. Yeah, hey, I was saying that the most I appreciate the I telling her this woman, hey, this woman ain't get no advice concerning scriptures or nothing. That wicked bitch.
How woman really and truly can't get no advice. Really and truly, because the scripture said it, most I describe them as scripture understanding. So really and truly, check going to one for advice is just basing it on it. All they can do is get
They can listen to instruction. And the people who actually question that is a bunch of fucking idiots. You got life and death is in the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
So you have to see people to live so long, you have a bunch of idiots.
A woman could tell you how wicked a woman is. That is advice to trust.
Are we really going to tell him?
Huh?
Are we really going to tell him?
Hey, my grandmother teach me how wicked it is. She said, ah, woman, I know I say wicked bastard.
Don't be a straight company.
So like I have a precept here for you. This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it.
Yeah, they don't want to delight in the Most High, because the Most High, they find the Most High to be too strict.
You can't.
You know, you have to be under a certain order, you can't go and fucking line up, and that's why Nathan and them just line up. That's why they decided to follow Jesus, because that Yahweh, that following Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they feeling a sense of conscious, kind of bothering them, and do them kind of bullshit.
Wait to show her.
Yeah, that's why.
The word disciple go back to discipline, and they don't have this discipline.
That's why the scripture says to love the Lord is to follow his commandments and his commandments are serious.
I have a precept here for you again.
So it's not just following the commandments, it's doing it willingly. Because Israel was traditionally keeping the laws. But guess what? They weren't keeping the law because they wanted to. They keeping it because they were Moses telling them to do.
Fam, I have a precept here for you. In Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 23 and 24. It says, but this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your power, and it shall be my people. And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear, but walk in the counsel, this is it, and in the imagination of their own, of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward.
And it went backward. It come from worshiping Christ to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and he saw a piece of money. You know, and he went back into the world. He was never for the Lord. He was just trying to see if he could jump onto this train and hope that the train reach the kingdom quick. The kingdom come in 2-3 years, and see if he could make it.
By the year 2000.
Yeah, by the year 2000. But after that, when he realized it kind of, nah, he wanna establish a kingdom on this side. He wanna establish an empire in Esau Empire.
Okay, of course.
Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abomination that the wicked man doeth, because as what you are now saying, them gave paid some money and he gone on to them abomination that he had done. Salakia, all his righteousness that he had done shall not be mentioned in his trespass that he had trespassed, and in his sin that he had sinned, in them shall he die.
There's Galatians 2:18. For if I build again the things which I destroyed, I make myself a transgressor. Yeah, and he destroyed that old man and he built it back. Yeah, he destroyed old man and he built it back because in videos, I personally saw Nate breaking down the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. But then he goes to say, whosoever calling the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is wicked. Whosoever mentioned that name wicked.
I never see a righteous man.
Yeah, he say he never see a righteous man calling that name yet. So what Moses and them was doing? What King David and them was doing?
He's one, he take the scripture and just bring it to life. All your righteousnesses as filthy rags. He bring that scripture to life. Since he righteous and he was once a Reubenite calling on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, teaching the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Take a hiatus, come back as a Judite, teaching the Most High and Christ. Understand? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
I'm not going to that.
God will not do them that active to change.
That's why in Ezekiel 33 say all the righteousness that he had done will not be remembered.
Right, I turn back onto the wicked ways. The book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 12. My people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them, for the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err. Yeah, the spirit of whoredoms. Going on, beg Jesus to understand this and make no sense. And pray unto Jesus, ain't going to understand it because that is not the God of this Bible.
And the peace marches. What is this with all these Hebrew Israelite camps and the peace marching?
Yahweh Shai say, take not that I come to say, bring peace on it. I'm not coming to bring peace, but a sword. He come to bring war, he come to unite everybody. He come to make all the Israelite camps come together. He come to bring destruction, he come to save his elect. Along with destroying the wicked.
That's right. Hey, when he first came, he said, what if it was already kindled? He wish at that point in time when he come was already kindled a fire. You think Yahweh Shai is like walking around Jerusalem and see all them Edomites fucking up the place? But hey, at that point in time, you understand, he came to preach. Hey. And scripture say, I am for peace, but when I speak it's for war. At that point in time, even physical war.
Even Yahweh Shai is the king of Asia. But guess what? When he came, he knew what was his purpose. He knew that he said, if this was my kingdom, my servant would fight. But Yahweh Shai knew this wasn't his kingdom. This kingdom had to fall in order for his kingdom to be established. And it's the same too late. You can't be living in a wicked kingdom and try to establish a righteous one. When you have wicked rulers over it.
Rulers, that's the key point, wicked rulers. Because you will never be able to establish your righteousness.
This is Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 2. Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city, which say it is not near, let us build houses. This city is the caldron and we be the flesh. Therefore prophesy against them. Prophesy, O son of man. And the Spirit of the Lord fell upon me and said unto me, Speak thus, saith the Lord, thus have ye said, O house of Israel, for I know the things that come into your mind, every one of them. But guess what? Nate wanna go in, he wanna come in Trinidad, he wanna go in Grenada to build schools, to set up schools.
Uganda, Suriname,
Guyana, South Africa. But guess what? Which one of us went in the next country to set up our school? But he were rich in South Africa, he were rich in Nigeria,
Australia,
he were rich in Australia.
Down under, in the land down under.
That what was going when you're faithless. When you're not moving with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. When you're moving with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you just set up, once it instruct you to put our word on the internet, you go and do that and it go and reach to whoever it had to reach. Elect.
So like when you're working, right, so like you're working in merchandising, you have to pack shells, right? So you're going to come with the vehicle, you're going to take the boxes or whatever it is out of the vehicle, then you're going to put it on a trolley, and the trolley is the heavy lifter. And you're going to trolley it inside. And that's what the internet and YouTube was about. That's the trolley, that's the heavy lifter. All we had to do was to eat the role and come out here and preach. But now it's being broadcasted all over the world through what? Through the www, World Wide Web. Right? That's the heavy lifter. It's reaching the four corners of the planet Earth in any language. But right now it's all fucking up the caption. You understand? But it's reaching the four corners of the planet Earth. But Nate taking it upon himself to jet set. And where he getting the money to jet set? Where he getting the money to take his team and to go all the... He sell out.
You see, Nate trying to wake up the elected, Nate trying to get members, Nate trying to make money. Nate ain't about electing, Nate trying to see as much people he could get to follow him to make that extra dollar. I scripture say, hey, it's filthy look at out there for.
Yeah, he's a hireling.
This is Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things that which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Yeah, he changed from Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to Christ. The teaching that the mark of the beast is an embargo. You know, at one point in time, he teach that you don't have to follow his law again. Teach that you had to wear fringes all the time. He trying to deceive people with a subtle fucking look, subtle appearance. But the most I know about that, the most I know about sincerity.
Hey, Nate is a nigger either.
This is Isaiah chapter 48 verse 1. It says, hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah, which swear by the name of Yahweh, and make mention of the power of Israel, but not in truth, nor in righteousness.
Yes, scripture said nothing truth nor in righteousness. Nate come down here and say he does pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, but he teaching people on them that the Lord and the Savior is Jesus Christ.
Most high and Christ.
You moving double tongue, you moving like a serpent. You keeping to yourself the truth and teaching people lies.
The scripture said they withhold the kingdom of heaven from men, and they themselves not going in.
And you know, it's one of the stupid things one of his men go come out and tell him. Where's the name of the book after Isaiah? Jeremiah. So I call him Jeremiah. Like the name of Jeremiah name like that important. You know the Hebrew, it goes back to Yaramia.
I was shy. He delivered Joshua. Right? The name has a purpose, no man, woman. Let's go into that. But you see, you all are not sent. You all were not sent. That's why we don't call him Jeremiah. That's why he's something like an ignorant fool.
We're not looking for Jeremiah.
Yeah, we're not looking for
No. We're looking for Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
He delivers.
You know Isaiah is Yeshaya, right? You need to right. So come, don't give me that kind of bullshit. You know the Hebrew.
Matthew chapter 10 verse 23. But when they persecute you in this, flee into another. For verily I say unto you, you shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. And so that means Israel scattered throughout the whole world. So if you're trying to take this plane to go in that country and teach Israel, and then go so and teach Israel, Yahushua will come back and be telling that. You understand? Yahushua will come back by telling that. You do all of that. That's why most of it set up the internet.
Yeah, but when they watch at his international classes, it's about marriage and taking care of the home and shit.
Yeah, bullshit. Nothing about prophecy. You want to teach a man how to
how to be a better husband and how to do a proper wedding ceremony and any more sign about that? Most about prophecy.
These women still nigga women in this on this side, on the curses, gonna still have attitude and you're still not gonna have more than one wife. You understand? So what the hell you doing? Spinning top in mud.
Yeah, you spinning top in mud because at the end of the day, the scriptures say most I make we wife harlots. So you go and which part you go and really and truly get a virgin woman. Alright, you wanna have a proper wedding ceremony, get a virgin woman for brother?
And virgin women.
Yeah, virgin
women.
Women for brothers.
Yeah, because we want servants. Yeah. Right? The kingdom mother come back and the kingdom mother be born, Jacob. So, man, Nate and these other Israelite camps, they work futile. Because somewhere along the line, they can't join the dots anymore. You understand? Somewhere along the line, the dots can't join. That work, the work is not void. It doesn't make sense. You understand? So, hey, in this doctrine here, the scriptures, what the scripture saying in Romans 10 verse 15, how beautiful are the feet of them which preach the gospel of peace. You know what's the gospel of peace? At the end of this shit, at the end of the foolishness of preaching, this shitty ass kingdom is gonna be recompense, there's gonna be justice, and there's gonna be rest and peace for the servants of Yahweh Shimi Al-Shad. You understand? What they're talking about, we don't want. The elect don't want. Yahweh Shimi Al-Shad don't purpose that for his elect. Because he says he's not unrighteous to forget our labors of love. You understand? So Yahweh Shimi Al-Shad don't want what these other Israelite camps have to offer.
That's right. And if we to wait for men like Chief High Priest and Apostle Yohan of Karatazar to wake up, because they say the elders is being kept in on our way. For your doctrine to fully be established, go throughout all the world, yeah, well, it's best I pack up and go to our next reincarnation, because I go mad inside of this kingdom. You understand?
I just call them unruly and vain talkers.
Yeah.
They don't think about what they say.
Bro, they're puffed up.
That is the churches.
Hey, if it's one thing more I've had, when I watch them Chinese movie, long time, Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Kung Fu is Chinese, right?
Yeah.
What is it say? You cannot full the cup. You can't put more in the cup unless you empty the cup. You understand? So if it's already full, you understand? So that, yeah, and then full, right? So you can't come in here with whatever you think you know out of the world, and then you're reasoning. Because remember what the scripture in Job 14 and 4 say, you could bring a clean thing out of unclean. You unclean. You haven't been cleansed. Right? But the one or two scriptures that got the Most High open your eyes to receive, you know what? You get puffed up and you know every fucking thing.
I tell you, like if you're to wait on men like Arya too for that doctrine to be established, when you go mad, that is a one-man doctrine.
It's a local area.
Local area. Well, I ain't using no titles like High Priest.
Arya the build a school too, now I know we getting the funds.
You go down build a school?
Area.
Local area. As the brother said, local area.
2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
Scripture says they will heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. So whatsoever doctrine they want to follow, or whatsoever lifestyle they want to follow, whosoever teaching that lifestyle, they will cleave unto them.
Can't, and that's why you find that they will have women followers before they have male followers.
Yeah, that's why they will have plenty of women following them, because plenty of women want to be up and want to be in. Nah, we don't deal with that. The woman already would say we don't speak against women, but we speaking the Holy Scripture, we speaking what the Mosaic command to speak, what in the Holy Bible, that's how we speaking. Right. We don't just watch a woman and target she and sort of talk shit about she. We speaking about 2/3 of Israel according to these Holy Scriptures.
Yeah.
You got man, too easy. You say read it over right now, man?
Nah, you could
Okay?
yeah.
Alright. Well, I want the next one. 1 Corinthians 1 verse what? 26 it is here? It says, 1 Corinthians 1 verse 26, for you see according, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
Not many wise, not many mighty, not many noble are called. So even though a mighty or a wise man come in here, hey, here take your time, here empty cup. Because not many does come in here. Not many does get a chance. So you are to empty a cup. You are to become, as the scripture says, become a fool. That you may be wise. You are to empty that cup. You can't be coming in here thinking that you already know. That's where you start bad. Scripture says when you enter into the house of the Lord, I think that is in
Ecclesiastes 5.
Keep your foot. Yeah, keep your foot in your mouth. Keep your foot in your mouth.
That way, bro?
Yeah, that right. Ecclesiastes 5.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
So if you think that you already know, you would try your best to speak up plenty. Like when you think you already know. But if you empty a cup, you would come in as a little child. You come in as a little child and want to learn as much as possible. But when you come in with the assumption that you're wiser than these men, you can lock up.
Continue.
Yeah, that when you're wiser than these men, you're going to want to try to teach these men. And these are the men that Yahweh Hashem Yoshai set up as your elders. See, that's why when men come up here, we just tell them, listen. But they ain't coming up to no fools and trying to teach them. Even these scholars and these so-called pastors, they ain't coming up to no fools. They're coming up to the wisest men on the earth.
Precept here is Matthew 18 verse 3. And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, and with that, I want to give our praises unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kodash. Notable honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this word. Peace unto the elect, across the four corners of the earth that spread with the truth and its sincerity. Hey, and that to America, that to Esau, that to the two-thirds, to the wicked Asian. And with that, until next time, we're going to say Shalom.
To the elect.